Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the 200th. That's 200 with a TH. The 200th episode of Nightcap Knowledge. I hope that you are ready for an action-packed episode of Nightcap Knowledge. We've got, as they say, a motley crew. Somebody might call us the late-ass podcast. Some folks might call us crispity, crunchity, crotchety. And speaking of that, I got to give a shout out to Affirmations for Me. Affirmations of a candid, caring, crass, crotchety caricature. Now available at affirmationsforme.com. You can get your copy today. It has high-res coloring pages, regular check-in tasks, a private online community, and journaling entries. Perfect for ages 16 plus. Like I said, affirmationsforme.com. We've got Joe Nasty. We got the Nasty Show. I heard we're going to have CJ. We're going to have Tyson. It is the 200th episode, a milestone celebration of reflections, reunion, and new beginnings right here on Nightcap Knowledge. Let's get this thing started. Back. Here's 200. Here's 200. 200 of them things. 200, 200, 200. What you say, Mac?
Boy, as I stated before, they said good to be. They say it's good to see you. Yes, it's definitely good to be seen. It's definitely good to be seen. It's been rough, brother, but we is here. We are doing good, and we're here to celebrate 200 episodes. 200 episodes. I can't hear you, Chuck. Oh, so I think first of all, we just tell everybody this show is rated black as uncensored, real talk, real issues, real solutions. We're gonna tell it like a TI is. We are gonna keep this thing going. And I guess I would just start off with our mental health minute because this definitely is connected. Reset. Sometimes you just got to reset. You got to start over. You got to, not just start sometimes from the beginning, but you just get a fresh start. So sometimes things set you back, and it really is. Sometimes it's set up for success, but sometimes you just got to reset. Okay, all right, this is not going away, or this threw me off. Let me just start over. Let me refresh. Let me relax, relate, release, and being able to um, try this thing again with a new new vision, a new mind, a rested body, and a new outlook. And let's see how well does it go once I reset. So that's the mental health minute. DJ George Chuck, what is the groove?
I am going to tell you this. I had a absolutely great time grooving in Tunica. It's not my first time going to the Mississippi Policy Conference. Definitely won't be my last. Um, as we have some of our friends that are backstage waiting, we also had one of our friends and fellow brothers of the turntable uh, at the conference, but there is a larger community of people that are there that pull me to the side to say a few things, right? One, it was like, yeah, hey, so great to see you. Glad you could be here. Those types of things, like, being cordial. But then there are some moments where you have someone that says, I've been waiting for the opportunity to have this conversation with you. And it might catch you off guard a bit, because you never know where that type of opener might lead to. But this person, they said that they wanted to let me know that they value what we do here at Nightcap Knowledge. I was like, really? I didn't even know you watched. Um, and sometimes we can Mac and we can bring guests on, we can talk to them, we can have conversations, we can ask questions, we can give decrees, and we can ask people to show up and volunteer for certain things or participate, come to an event, whatever, right? Sometimes it's us going to an event and someone says there are a lot of eyes on you. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep speaking truth to power. And we can't say some of the things that need to be said because of the seats that we sit in. You know, some may say that's the perfect spot to say certain things. But it definitely affirmed what we do at Black with No Chaser and what we do here on this podcast with Nightcap Knowledge. And that was not the first time that I heard that. It wasn't the last time that I heard that during the couple of days that I participated in the Mississippi Policy Conference, coordinated by the Congressional Black Caucus Institute, alongside of or in tandem with the Mississippi Black Leadership Institute, facilitated by One Voice. So, Mac, I'll say this. Tonight's episode, as I throw the graphic back up, is about, of course, a celebration of reflection, reunion, because there's been a lot of times that a lot of us haven't, been on the same screen at the same time. And then we're talking about new beginnings. I believe by next year, this is my prediction. Nightcap Knowledge, as I grab my fancy cup. Get your cup ready, Mac. I don't know if you got one or not. By next year's policy conference, and I got my water too. Not only will Black with No Chaser be there, Nightcap Knowledge will be there. I see you. You got some Terramana and some Herradura. Excuse me. Glenn Levitt, 15. All right, I see you. Not only will Black with No Chaser be there, and of course at all of the other influential conversations where we can ask the tough questions, because I feel like sometimes some of the tough questions, they're not being asked in these particular situations, right? I'm not a politician, but I'm political. I am not an elected official. I got mine already poured up. I think I'm drinking Woodford. I'm not an elected official, but I like to hold elected officials accountable. I want to make them feel uncomfortable. I want to hold them to the things that they campaigned upon. So with that being said, I'm saying that Nightcap Knowledge will do a live broadcast along with multiple DJ sets at a number of political and policy events and conferences within the next, let's say 12 months, or we could say the next 52 episodes, because we do this every Tuesday, right? Let's say somewhere around those numbers. So cheers, sir. That's the groove right there. We're gonna bring in the homies, guys that I know that they don't mind aiming at teeth. They know that freedom ain't free. They know that you have to fight for your freedom, and they know how to make a couple dollars and raise some kids and keep a steady career. So look, these are well-rounded individuals, and they just so happen to be our brothers, to be black fathers. We know that black fathers matter, and we also know that on Nightcap Knowledge, we're gonna keep it all the way 100. So without further ado, let me get my applause ready. Shout out to all the nightcappers in the comments. We appreciate y'all for tapping in. Applause ready. We're gonna bring up my original What's Up Wednesday partner, Tyson Jack. Right on time.
What it do, fam?
What's up,
do, Nightcap Knowledge? Mac, Chuck, I'm glad to be here.
That's what's up, man. We appreciate you. We appreciate you.
I'll let y'all know I got my glass too. I got a fancy one, but look what it say on it.
I need one.
That?
Yeah, I see that.
I had to stun a little bit for the occasion.
Mm-hmm. Hey, ain't nothing wrong with stun. So look, I'm in true Tougaloo fashion. We're gonna leave the Jackson State person for the end. The next brother we bringing up, he's my friend also, and he's also a What's Up Wednesday veteran as we prepare for Alumni Weekend. Let's bring up the Nasty Show, and he is in his legendary studio, Nasty Show Studios. As you can see, he's recording all sorts of tracks. As a matter of fact, this particular commercial break is brought to you by Nasty Show Studios. His DJ buddy that he DJs with quite often has dropped a new single. Let's check it out right quick. I don't want to get flagged. Shout out to Cujo. And look, there's a trifecta for the Cujo Nasty Show, and no slight, no shade or anything to him being a brother of Jackson State. We've known him for quite a long time. Legendary radio DJ and now a NPR superstar. Yeah, you heard it. NPR superstar. DJ Joe Nasty. There he is. We're all here. And there are more people coming. There are more of us that will be here. So let's get the camera right. We got everybody here. Jonas.
Hey man,
Silas, Tyson.
Hey man, I sensed a little disrespect, but I ain't gonna,
y'all got my favorite DJs in the world on this podcast right now.
Tougaloo is jumping me. Is that what's going on?
Man, come on, man. You know we'll fight somebody over you, man.
Oh, over me or y'all fighting me?
No. We are not fighting.
I thought we was all gonna be in Black Brotherhood, and
we
then
are.
It was like, yeah, we gonna push Jack State to the end. I was like, oh, okay.
Hey man, Silas, you muted, dog. You muted. Unmute yourself. There you go. Because if I felt like it's gonna be some good trash talking right there. Hold up, what'd you say?
It's definitely about to be. I said we'll fight over him unless it's like Brofest from like 3 years ago. Then that's another story.
Oh,
this one from this year, he worked me to death. I was Silas' slave.
God, dog. This how y'all doing that, Brofest? I thought y'all was a non-hazing organization.
We work for Cujo.
Okay. Yeah, well, we're gonna leave Marcus alone.
He's not here to defend himself.
Tyson,
what's up, man?
He is not here to defend himself.
Stylist.
It's a good group of guys, man. So look, let's do this. Y'all know us in real time. and I know Jonas, we brought you on last. I know you guys, Nightcap Knowledge is a late episode, right? It's a late situation. Sometimes it's difficult to watch live, but especially for folks on the East Coast. What do you think the value is in shows like Nightcap Knowledge? Or any type of podcast where it's local, but the issues cut across pretty much anything globally.
But really local is out the window, first and foremost. I wouldn't consider you all a local show at all. The type of issues that you guys address, it might be specific to Mississippi, but it's actually specific to black people in general. So there's no point in calling it local anymore. You guys are worldwide. This is a worldwide show, so speak it as such, make sure everybody respects that as such. Just because you may have majority guests on from Mississippi, that doesn't, there's nothing local about this. This is, there are podcasts out there by major corporations that can't touch this one. And I mean that. I mean, presentation wise, and then what the type of guests and type of topics that you all cover on a professional level. Don't ever undermine that. Don't ever devalue that. Don't talk little on that, because I've listened to tons of podcasts put on by billion-dollar corporations that have all type of audio issues that still don't have any type of camera presence. So you guys are doing something monumental, and I don't just pull that word out lightly. And then the consistency. I don't think people realize just how hard this is just how hard and difficult this is to do. 200 episodes. That is nothing to talk small upon. That is huge. 200 episodes. If people can't do something 20 times, 12 times.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So for you guys to be on episode 200 is humongous. That is gigantic, because that's really what this game is all about when we're talking about content.
Yeah.
How long can you really keep doing it? How long can you guys continuously book guests and also be able to carry a show on your own without a guest?
Yeah.
Because a lot of people want to rely on guests, and if they ain't got no guests, they ain't got no episode. They can't carry a show by themselves. You guys can do all of that, and you've been doing it. Like, the proof is right there. The proof is in the number 200.
Man.
So the weight of this show, you guys don't BS around. You guys have quality guests. Y'all don't just be on here talking mess. Even it may be more relaxed. But at the same time, there's value in that as well, because you want a guest to be relaxed. You want them to feel comfortable so that they can come on and talk real. And they know that if they get on here with y'all, they got to be real, because y'all ain't going to have it no other way. So the type of topics that you guys carry on here, and the professionalism involved, and then the consistency, the profession, it's unmatched. Because that's where most people go wrong at. And that's not a bad thing. It's just that some people realize just how hard this is, and they don't either have the time or they don't have the means to keep it going. Because it's easy. Everybody right now has got a podcast. Everybody, I've tried my own podcast before. Then once I got a job, I couldn't do it no more. I've been in broadcasting for 22 years. I started volunteering at WJSU in 2002.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's not easy what y'all are doing. And for y'all to have 200 episodes right now in the can, put the applause button for that.
Yes, sir. See how quickly that happened?
Exactly. Yeah, I knew you had it ready.
So look, man, I don't take your compliment lightly. This is coming from a person, like you said, you started at WJSU, and you now work at one of the most notable and well-respected news organizations, multi-platform, in like you got podcasts, you got radio, you got as you said, content. So hearing you say that, it does affirm the vision for the future. And I really do appreciate you jumping on, because you are dad. You do have a job at NPR, and you take it seriously. And I know that you don't like your time to be wasted. So, brother, thank you for being here, and thank you for being a guest before on Nightcap Knowledge. And one, we got to do a Nightcap Knowledge in DC. I'm just saying.
Done. I mean, get up here.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank
you for that.
Because last time you came to DC,
I know what happened.
Yeah, I found out after the fact that you was here.
Hey, but I hung out with you though.
Yeah, because I had to call you.
And I
had to call you and be like, I know you ain't here. And
I left them.
Mm-hmm.
And when it came to see.
But before that, before that though, I found out.
I thought I called you.
No, you didn't. You absolutely didn't.
Okay. Live reprimand, ladies and gentlemen. Nightcap Knowledge.
You brought it up, but hey,
well, you
Nightcap Knowledge.
Huh?
Yeah, like Chuck, you gonna be here next month?
Yeah, Congressional Black Caucus annual legislative conference will be there.
I found that out through somebody else too.
What, Tyson?
Nope.
Who you found it? Okay. Who?
Look, I'm in DC and I ain't hung out with Jonas yet, so
I was gonna get to you.
Oh.
I mean, since y'all brought me on here to jump me, just know that
you a multiple dad. I'm just learning how to. I'm still on my training wheels, and my wife just let me out the house.
No, that's the thing though. It's not that she just let you out the house. You just have to find other husbands and dads to hang with.
Facts. Yeah, I need a fax button. Let me get a fax button.
Yep.
So since Jonas, you kind of pitched to Tyson. Tyson, you've looked at Nightcap Knowledge, and we be on FaceTime and Google Meet and Zoom and even in StreamYard. But this is your first official time, right? Being on Nightcap Knowledge.
Nah, that's facts. I think I might have been on here one time before. One time. It's 200 episodes, so y'all done did a lot of shows. Yeah. It may have been in the very beginning.
Okay, so tell me some of the things that you think that we might be able to amplify or improve upon, just from from your seat and where you've seen it grow from you when we did the Black Lunch Break, which is kind of the beginning of all of this, right? And then even with the beginning of What's Up Wednesday, which is where we learned our chops. We learned how to talk on the microphone and how to curate music and create a vibe and get in the groove. So seeing Nightcap Knowledge and where it is now, where do you think we can go, and how do you foresee us getting there?
Well, first I just want to say what Jonas said though, just to amplify that one more time. I mean, just sitting in his seat. I don't listen to music that much anymore because I'm always on NPR. My wife is in news. She's a journalist. That's what she listened to. I end up starting listening to it too. So if I'm in the car, I'm listening to NPR. Now I'm listening to All Things Considered. So I just, to hear him say that and to hear that say about this show, man, that's a blessing and all. So just big that up. But I mean, the improvement, I think, I don't know how much more we can improve at this point in time, dealing with the technology that we have, looking at kind of the landscape of what we have. I mean, I think the improvement comes in to getting everyone mic'd up, getting everybody on the same kind of mic, having the same kind of audio, making sure that comes in, same cameras, just consistency on that end. But I think just dealing with some of the constraints that we have, this is a really, really good production. I think the other part is just clipping every episode up and showing up in multiple different spaces, because this is a lot of information. Like Silas said, is like Jonas said, this is not just a Mississippi show. I say Mississippi is everywhere. So that's first off, Mississippi is everywhere. So this is a global show. This is something that, we got folks that tune in to Black Window Chaser on the continent, like religiously all the time. And I'm pretty sure they catch his show as well too. So
yeah,
as that, with that in mind, just thinking about how we can make sure that this content shows up in every space that people are, because it's really good content. Some of the interviews you have, I go back and listen to just to reinstitute the knowledge inside my head. I'm a person who goes back and listen to them over again, because I might only catch a snippet of it while I can, while it's live, but then I'll go back and listen to it. Then I'm listening to another one, and I'm on another one. Before I know it, I don't listen to 3 episodes, because that's just how I roll with it.
Yeah.
But if we show up in many different places, I think that's the only other improvement I can see right now too, what we could do.
Oh shit! Before we pitch to Silas,
there you go.
We got Larry Lincoln-legged Obama. Cheers.
Lincoln-legged Obama.
Oh man. So Silas, you've been a consistent supporter of Nightcap Knowledge, and you've even, when we tried to do mixes, like have a after party, like you got Nightcap Knowledge, we put some on your head before you go to bed, and then we have the music segment where we would feature a song before we got into the conversation. Just picking your brain, because like you're still on the pulse, like you talk about, like Tyson, he's not consuming music like you do, and being in the last calls, and the place that shall not be named on this podcast because of pending litigation, just to keep it light.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Somebody text message me what you talking about.
Yeah. So, but shout out to the places that are consistent with DJs. So like Names and Faces, like a Last Call, and then also to the promoters, and the beverage companies, or the brand managers like Larry and Jelani that keep it consistent. How do you see like what you do week to week and the places that you're doing it in? How do you see where we could help with like Nightcap Knowledge, or if we could do some live broadcasts in some places like that? Just give me some ideas of ways, because Whiskey Wednesday deserves to come back, bro. I'm just saying.
Yeah, we're working on bringing Whiskey Wednesday back. That could be a new thing on Black with No Chaser. But we definitely gonna try to get it consistent. Before I'm gonna piggyback on Tyson, what he said about just getting everybody on the same page, camera wise, lighting wise, mic'd up, and as far as getting out in places like that, just had to find the right places that goes with Nightcap Knowledge. We do Black owned things. We find Black businesses that may not get as much pub as some of those places that I DJ at, or somewhere that may need a little more shine than other places.
I like that. I like that.
Just like this podcast, you get a lot of guests on here that some people may have never heard of, but they have a wealth of knowledge, they have a wealth of background in their particular niche, that a lot of people, once they look at the episode, that they find out a lot of information. Yeah.
I mean, the idea is definitely to do as our tagline says, put something on your head before you go to bed. We don't want to continue. I had this conversation with McCray, and all of us are Black dads. Like we up here, we like positive representation of Black men that have wives and love their wives and have co-created these beautiful creatures. Black fathers matter, right? And that's not to say that other fathers don't matter. I'm pro-Black fathers, right? All right, so got that. Power to the people. And shout out to Mac Line Brother. Yeah. Shout out to Mac Line. Shout out to the Sigmas, man. Shout out to the Sigmas. So I believe that I lost my train of thought. I pulled a CJ. Shit, where is CJ? Speaking of, what was I talking about?
Talking about black dads and black families.
What you got in that glass? The Woodford doing it.
No, I mean it's still the majority there. It's definitely not that. But I think, let's see. Oh, we're talking about like the highlighting of black businesses. Silas gave that idea, and being a podcast that gives you, or a show that gives you information that you can actually apply and that helps you be a better person. I know that even with Black with No Chaser, a lot of our audience is majority black women, and knowing that it doesn't change the way that we communicate. Like inside of the group chat, there are these types of conversations. Inside of the meetings that we have, we're not code switching. We're not going into places, and we're not teaching our kids to do that. So we want our kids to be the best that they can be. We want them to be better than what we were, but also to have the lessons that came along with that. They got to understand, and this is straight from the group chat, they got to understand the losses that we took. So I think we've made Nightcap Knowledge a space and a place for us to be able to speak about issues from our vantage point, and to know that there are people that we don't know that find value in hearing the way that we would ask questions and seek answers. I want to say, on behalf of Mac and I, and then I definitely want to ask Mac to chime in. I want to say thank you for your eyes, for your ears, for your shares, for the listens, the views, the clicks, all of the things, the metrics that that the companies that don't necessarily value this type of conversation, all of the things that they don't value, we value every one, every eye, every thumbs up, every heart, all of those things. We appreciate y'all, because at the end of the day, we just want to build communities, whether that be virtual or like developing 100 acres, or making a donation to Tougaloo, that support the idea of us being free and being uninhibited by the decisions of people that don't care about us. So Mac, I want you to jump in there. I know you got something to say, and I'll just stop there.
Man, what I want to say is the appreciation for the brothers that are on the show, because these men are professionals. Hey, there you go, Dr. Kimball. We got a real crew that's tuning in, man, and these guys that are tuning in, that's on the show, and then the folks that are commenting are professionals in their craft and well respected by their fellow professionals, right? And these brothers, that's a lot of them have been brothers that have been tuning in. We talk to these folks on a regular basis. We know our ups and downs, and to see that that at one point in time, the stuff we were trying to offer, nobody was kind of feeling it. And to see that all these brothers on this show right now are sought after their knowledge and experience. When people was asking why you want to do that and why you're doing this, now you're the person that are giving the advice, and everybody's saying, "Teach me how to do it." Right? I spoke to one of our interns the other day from Tougaloo, and they said, "Yeah, what's up Wednesday?" I can't remember. They were telling us the history that some guy, I can't remember his name, that started it. Like, I said, "Did you know this is 24 years later?" that they are still talking about the person that started What's So Wednesday. And the only thing I asked and wanted to do was sit in the goddamn cafeteria and listen to some music and watch everybody act a fool. That was that's what we were then. And to see how that morphed into podcasts, Black with No Chaser, watching this brother, DJ, coming to parties and seeing what he's doing and how he's took a passion for what he does and made it his profession and make money with it. And it's a tool that he can teach his children. Um, I think that I like to convert numbers. So when I used to work at the cardiology clinic, I used to break down the sugar content of a soda to teaspoons where people can understand it. So when you think about 200 episodes, you're really talking about almost 4 years consistent content because it's 52 weeks in a year and it's 200 episodes. We are damn near at 4 years of doing a podcast from storms to hurricanes to medical and family emergencies. Literally, Chuck being on the podcast, driving in the truck with the camera off, taking Jackson to the hospital. Literally. That's right before the episode went on. Chuck like, I gotta go. It's Jackson, and we kept it going because we enjoy it. I think that's the thing about we enjoy to be able to have a place where we can talk about things that mean stuff to us. Because for us, if we're not talking about health or wealth, it's nothing. We ain't got nothing to talk about. And everything that we talk about is related to our health and wealth of our family and friends. And our net continue to get larger and larger and larger. And we are out here continue to try to celebrate brothers and sisters and also create new ways to help keep us free. Because there's a whole nother podcast out there that's coming up with ways to keep our black ass not free. So we got to keep coming up with more stuff to stay free, even if just having a platform to be able to speak things that we need to hear without worry about being controlled. So that's my 2 cents. And big shout out to brother Nick. Big shout out to Sean Mack and Marcus B&B.
He
Hey
is
man,
in the studio.
we added him
Let's
to
give
the
it up for
team,
him.
man. Added him to the team. Come on, B&B.
What it do,
Man,
fellas?
can I just throw this in right quick though?
Yeah.
I just give a shout out to Mac though, because Mac been doing this for a long time on WMPR. You tuned in and listened to him there, spit the knowledge and talk about the things that happen in the community, and bringing in the organizer. I'm an organizer, so he brings in that organizer perspective on how we do things. So it's been going on, and when I tune in, it's the same information. It's that same stream of just consciousness that comes from that brother that I really appreciate. So I just want to give a shout out to Mac on that because he's been doing this for a long time. It's 200 episodes here, but he ain't gonna stop. And if they cut the internet off, he gonna invent something else to be on there so he can make sure he get this information out to the folks.
Mac is gonna get him a ham radio, and he gonna put it on the hill out there in rural Hines County.
Truth be told, we got disaster relief training, and one of the things that we are learning how to do inside of it is hand radio. And I just said, I'm getting a CB back in my truck, right? Because when you start talking about an emergency, you got to be able to stay in contact with folks, right? I ain't above carrier pigeons.
Okay, Debo, dope boy. Marcus, look, man. We appreciate you for jumping on, bro, and also we appreciate you for having been a guest. And look, and this comment, man. So jump in and give us some insight. One to what's going on with you, and turn your phone sideways so we ain't echoing.
Let me move my hand. Is that better?
That might be better.
Yeah, my
Yes,
hand
sir.
over the mic. So I got
There you go. All right.
Man, the status, the comment that I just put up, man, it's just really been a blessing. Really starting out, like I said, been knowing Mac for a while, but he didn't know who I was. Got a chance to meet Chuck, Silas, kind of knowing Tyson from working around at the city when I was there. So, but just to meet y'all guys, man, and being affiliated has really just changed a lot of stuff for me far as my business, catering business. Far as meeting people on the show to get more knowledge, of different stuff. It's just been a blessing, man. So, like you said earlier, everybody on here is a father and married. So, that's a plus to be around guys who have that sense of humor, that knowledge. I enjoyed the married life. So, it's tough, but hey, it is what it is. you know, so.
That's that
Uh,
husband laugh right there.
yeah,
I don't know
you
if I can laugh.
gotta
You will get me in trouble. Hold on, let me get a straight face with this.
But like I said, man, it's just been a blessing, man, just to be around y'all guys, man. Just to, dealing with Mac, he definitely keep you running. That's all I can say. He'll keep you running and keep your toes 10 toes down on his gas. So,
I had to
we
get the
got
horns on that
we
one.
got another one down here too. I think he's gonna start keeping me running too. I ain't gonna call his name just yet though.
But that guy right there?
Yeah, that guy right there in the middle that's next to me right now, named
Yeah,
Sal.
okay.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, but I mean, it's nothing like brotherhood, man, building family, man, with guys that, you can go to. I think one thing about the black community with men, period, is we got to get out of that comfort zone where we can't talk to one another, man, and stop thinking that it's something wrong with it.
Yeah.
We here for each other. So, we got to go to it because you never know who been through the same situations that you might be going through that can help you out. So, once again, man, kudos to y'all for these 200 episodes. I think I'd have been on at least, I think, two or three.
For sure.
So, that's a blessing,
Man. Well, look, brother, we appreciate you. One for being willing to, as you said, one step out of your comfort zone. Because I remember after the R&B ribs and rose, you were kind of reluctant, and then you once you got on, you was like, oh, I can do this. So look, I would say, man, congratulations to you with the consistency and the new growth with B&B barbecue and catering, the expansion that you've had, the road trips that you've taken with us. Like when people still looking for your barbecue down here from MSGW a couple years ago. So we've got some things to do. We got to do R&B ribs and rose, and we got to do a Black with No Chaser con, a Black with No Chaser fest, something. We got the Landmass Creative Conference. We got Alumni Weekend coming up for Tougaloo.
Yeah, I know.
So there's a lot that we can do consistently. We've made some visionary statements, and we reflected upon like the last 199 episodes. I guess the next kind of question that I want to ask, and I got to throw the graphic back up there, man. Uh, are there guests that may have stood out to you over the past 199 episodes, Mac, or anybody else here? Like, who have been some of your favorite guests that we've had on?
So for me, the crazy thing about it, I'm not a DJ, but I really like music. I'm always listening to the radio. I'm always a fan of live performances and everything. And for me, is when we first started, when we was actually able to bring on the artists, when we had Dollar Black that did our intro, right? And when we had Alvin Garrett on and we released his music that spoke to right when the massacre of George Floyd happened, we were talking about this stuff in real time, and he had a song to go with it. And we had Stephanie Lucky. We had these artists on. For me, that's what stood out was, to be able to connect that radio to play music that people we know that are talented artists that don't get the shine that they need. And we was able to do a live interview with them and play their music. Um, and a big shout out to some of our Two Blue alumni. Right in the midst of COVID, we had and in the presidential election, we had folks like Lee Leon that's in DC that was talking about what was going on. We had Chasman on that was talking about what was going on through those connections to educate people about what was going on a larger scale and how it connected to us. But that not to knock anybody else, but for us to be able to shout out and support local businesses like a Marcus and then the local artists and play that was things that stood out that we really the direction we wanted Nightcap to be able to go, where we can sit down and have some drinks and let the artists do their thing. And this little hating ass folks at Facebook can't let us be great, can't let us have shit. started hating. So we just gonna have to come up with creative ways. But all the guests have been great, man. Anybody that take time out their busy schedule to come on and talk to us at 9 o'clock at night to talk shit and drink, they're definitely special. Some special people.
That's what's up, man. So look, we got Sabir coming in from the comments. I don't know who wants to jump in next. Sabir said Wakenya, Ciora, College of Health Service Careers crew, and DeKeitha are some of my favorite guests. DeKeitha is a character on Nightcap Knowledge. You remember that episode with what's her name? Marlena? What's her name? Marlena? Am I saying her name right? She's like a guest. I mean, not a guest, but like a host on WMPR now.
Yeah. And Kevin Richardson manager,
Yeah.
and the Hamiltons, the guy from the Hamiltons too.
So
Yeah.
this is crazy. That gentleman, I'm gonna have to look his name up. I can't think his name, but I know exactly who you're talking about. He is the stepdad to Sean T, my 81 chapter bro, who passed away. His daughter.
Yep.
Like
small world.
And he's absolutely great guy. And look, we're gonna add CJ to the stage. Y'all welcome CJ.
On, CJ.
He's Jill in this one.
Yeah. So look, CJ, we've been going around the horn.
Ham shirt?
Yeah, he got the ham you on, man. I see it.
The only one produced.
No, nope.
I ain't got one.
There's a lot of them.
I've been trying to look. Chuck ain't sent me no box of black rotation shirts in probably about 2 years.
Hey man, look, we've been producing Nightcap Knowledge.
I'm a founder of Black Rotation. I'm a motherfucking COO.
You got a Black Rotation shirt.
I'm still wearing the shirt I got back there. I think this is the first one you produced.
That is a very nice shirt. Look how well it's holding up. You see the quality in there?
This is true.
Look, the leather looks so soft.
Hey.
It's cotton. Cotton, that's black people leather, man. You know.
Oh my goodness.
We made this.
The faces Joe is making right now is hilarious.
I'm just chilling, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna join in with him, man. Send me something.
Can DC get a box of shirts?
Sure.
Send it to the post office. One of us to pick it up.
I just wanted to pull up and congratulate y'all, man.
Do I like that layout right there? I don't know if I like that.
It turned everybody skinny, man.
I'm gonna say it's gonna
there we go. We good right there. We good right there. So CJ, man, look, you last of the crew to show up.
Yes, sir.
What you thinking, man? Like, how do you see Nightcap Knowledge? I mean, because just to give people like, you know, the two most consistent shows on Black with No Chaser, and CJ's the CEO of Black with No Chaser. I would say the two most consistent shows on the platform are Watch Them Thrones and Nightcap Knowledge.
Yeah, for sure. That's
definitely. So how do you view Nightcap Knowledge?
Man, I think for me, Nightcap Knowledge, one, gives people the true spirit of what Mississippi is, the true spirit of what Black with No Chaser is about, and the principles that it's built upon when it comes to educating, motivating, and organizing our people, while also doing it in a way that is fun a lot of the times, informative, and really, man, it just is us. It's the way we got down in Tougaloo and Jackson State and many of the HBC. To me, it's our historically Black show, if you will. You know what I mean? You really get the essence of a lot of who we are and who we've always been as we've connected with one another through Nightcap Knowledge. And so that's why it's always fun to get on here with you all, because it feels like we are in the dorm rooms again. When we're on here, you know what I mean? Like we we've seen growth together, and like we have like really built something special together. And so it's really an awesome opportunity when I see Mac and you, and I get to see Silas and Joe Nasty, Tyson, and like this entire crew doing our things, and like so many people that have crossed our paths at some point in our life, um, pulling up to Nightcap, like people who are like doing spectacular things in their lives right now. Like
Yeah.
it's awesome when you really think about it. It's an opportunity to showcase Black excellence, particularly out of Mississippi, but also where we have gone on to do great things across the country and across the world. Like
Yeah.
I see all of y'all now, and I'm thinking like it's amazing to think about all the things all of y'all are doing when I like even as I speak. So
Yeah, I like and we've got a new intro, but I think a new intro that I've been developing, but I think I want to keep parts of the old intro for Nightcap Knowledge where we highlight like some of the previous guests. So we've had people that are part of the cabinets or the staff for presidents, right? We've had people that have built multi-million-dollar brands, or they're building a business and now they've established these different types of brand partnerships, or but the consistent thread is that they have Mississippi ties. Like they may not be born and bred in Mississippi, but their collegiate years uh are a pivotal part of who they are and how they show up in the world. And like Jonas, like Chi-Town to
yeah.
from the flow up, right? But Jackson State
Oh
is
yeah.
you
The
know
boom. The boom in the house.
is that what that mean right there?
Well,
The
I do this
Chi-Town?
for this is Chicago, this is Champagne, so
What is
that's how I do it. But
okay?
I know Chi-Town
What
folks do
what
We
this.
was
started
this,
doing that. We
Jonas?
started doing that.
Lord.
Chicago
I'm-
started doing that when Crucial Conflict came out.
That
That's
is,
what they did on the
Crucial
album.
Conflict.
I had to put the two C's together. That's Chicago,
Chicago
and then
Champagne. Yeah.
When I
Yeah,
did
man.
this,
I'm from the
when I
pain.
did
I
this
don't know if
earlier,
y'all heard the pain.
when I did this earlier, I did that because Fifth Child was in the chat.
Oh,
Hey, I
okay.
saw Fifth
Fifth,
Child.
I
I
saw
saw
Fifth
Fifth,
down there,
man.
man.
I
Yeah.
saw him.
Shout out to Stephen Brown, the director of the Briarwood Arts Center. We appreciate that, brother. Like absolutely outstanding programming
Doing some
coming out
great
of there.
work, man. Great
Yes.
work. For real.
Yes, man.
I rap better than him.
I didn't mean to laugh like that, dog.
I was just
That was
lightening
funny.
everything up, man.
But man, I think it's really cool, Chuck. Mac, like 200 shows is impressive, bro. Like, especially when y'all only do it on Tuesday night.
Yeah, like
Like
consistently every Tuesday. And shout out to Larry recognizing Jonas's his activity as a lifetime Andy's Clipper ambassador.
like I said,
Is that
man,
Jonas on the box right there? Oh my
boom, there he
word.
is. There he is. There he is. Boom.
Hey man, you get royalty checks from that box?
Hey man, stay on my business.
He got it handy for you so you can see it. That's automatic.
Man,
This is better.
I'll tell you.
Oh, they look good. There you go. Sit in my phone.
Hey man, I'm not sure if this person is being serious or not, because I truly believe that your question was kind of answered. So
Yeah.
we're gonna I think CJ explained exactly what he meant by a historically Black show. I don't mean the Jeffersons. I don't think he meant the Jeffersons.
No, that's not what I meant.
Yeah.
But I would say the basis and the foundation of Black Widow Chaser as a whole. Many of us attended historically Black colleges and institutions, and there's a very unique a very unique feel and very unique characteristics that are born out of them. They cultivate you in a way that's distinguishable.
Yeah.
A lot of times from other institutions, and we have carried a lot of what we do in those capacities into the arenas that we've now entered in our respective lives, and you see that in the way that we even the way we deliver the news, or the way that we do media, or the way that we engage people in the community. And so when we talk about a historically black show, um, people come on Nightcap Knowledge and they're learning the news about what's happening in our state, what's happening across the country, um, current events, and they learn it in a way that is distinguishable from what you see on CNN, distinguishable from what you see on other networks, but uh but that still gives you a very necessary perspective, a unique perspective, and like an important one. Every week for 4 years, for the last 4 years,
Yeah.
and I think that that's important. I think it's important that there are institutions like our own being developed, so that um, so that they can be grown and be scaled, to give others the opportunity to come to our platform and be highlighted and celebrated.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, I appreciate that, man. And speaking of like celebrating and highlighting others, I wanted to give everybody a chance as we approach the hour mark. I wanted to talk about or at least allow Silas to talk about Center Stage, the event center. We've been running all sorts of activities out of Center Stage, and I definitely want to give you a chance to speak about some of the programming that you have coming up, and to plug some of the events that you got brewing and developing.
Okay. Center Stage Event Center, where we have ordinary people having extraordinary events. You know what I'm saying? So,
I like that.
one thing we got, with Mississippi Black Pages, we have monthly mixers with a speaker that comes in, and, anywhere from the city of Jackson to hopefully working on something big here with I don't know if Chuck want to put it out there or not yet.
Oh no, I mean they a partner. They've already agreed to do it. We're gonna be working with the IRS.
Oh
Yeah, so
yeah,
we want to
I'm terrified.
let small businesses know, and that's what we trying to fix. People being terrified of the IRS,
bro.
so they're gonna come in. They're gonna teach small businesses
one of these on y'all.
how not to be afraid of them, and the things that they could do to run their small business better and pay taxes and not get got.
Jonas, really?
Oh my god. Hey man. All right, so look, this
he turned
this
into
will,
a whole different person.
this will definitely be the promo for the IRS workshop.
No English, papi. No English.
Somebody call me. I gotta go to bed.
I'm sorry, papi. Lo siento.
It said IRS.
Oh man, say I am not a citizen of this country.
No English, papi.
I am not subject to income.
Hey, this is terrible, but
Dude that put the Kanye
hey,
on.
hey, you better stop saying that for them other three. For them other three letters show up. CJ.
Oh yeah.
FBI?
No.
ICE.
ICE.
No.
ICE. Yeah, you talking about that ICE, dog. We on food with
Shout out
them.
to all the brown brothers and sisters out there.
That's right, man. We on
right
food
now.
with them. We on food with ICE. Man,
Nah. Y'all, oh my gosh, y'all are hilarious.
Man, that's a good thing though, Silas, man. For
And
you,
then look, my big brother joining in on it.
What up, Reggie?
He say I'm out.
Oh man, shoot,
Oh
boy.
my gosh.
Hey man,
Oh my
let me
gosh.
tell you what, you want to
How
clear the
you get a
set.
partnership with the IRS though? What happened?
Hey, so check this out. So shout out to Higher Purpose Co. Higher
Yeah,
Purpose
man, they're
Co.
doing good work.
They're doing
Yeah.
awesome work. They were just
Another great
awarded.
Mississippi organization out of Clarksdale,
Exactly.
out of the Delta.
Exactly. So they were awarded $2.2 million for a project that they're developing up there in the Delta. And I did the pitch competition where we explained in a pitch style format what Mississippi Black Pages is and why it's important, and why people should invest in it. So as a result of that, the IRS was outside tabling, and the IRS is they're one of their consistent vendors with Higher Purpose. So the woman that was doing the table, and she was like, "Hey, look, we should connect." And Trina was the connect on that, and I was like, "Look, let me try to let Trina do that." And I saw her again at the next Higher Purpose event, which was Money Purpose Success Conference. She was like, "Look, man, we ready to go." I was like, "Look, Trina, she over there with the kids at the she dropping the daughter off. Let's wrap before we get out of here." So by the time we got done with the conference, we had developed and committed to a partnership where we can educate. For instance, here's one of the things that she mentioned. If you're getting paid via Cash App, you need to pay taxes on that. But
Venmo, any other type of,
all of it, right? Because it's a $600 threshold. So now there needs to be more education around like the 1099. Like, it's not just a number. Like, there are things that go along with it that you need to know as a business owner. Beyond the just straight up operations of the IRS and you just having to pay income tax, you need to know what you don't know, and who better to learn from than the IRS. Now, at the same time, we plan to bring some tax professionals like TMC Lee and others, where you can learn, or you can have a dedicated tax professional that can help you decrease your tax liability. Did I say that right, Silas? Tax liability. Yeah, there you go. So Silas is facilitating that stuff. And we need spaces like Center Stage Event Center. We need more spaces where these types of conversations can happen real time, so that investment advisors can speak, tax advisors can speak, and everything ain't gonna be live stream.
Chuck, can I throw something in there?
Come on.
I'm gonna put my work hat on right fast as an organizer. And one of the things that I'm working on right now is the child tax credit. So we talking about IRS, we talking about taxes. So I want to make sure that this gets out to all parents. The child tax credit is under attack. With the Trump tax cuts, they are going to end in 2025. Right now, parents can apply for the child tax credit. If you haven't applied for the child tax credit, you need to do that on your taxes and make sure that you are doing that. That's $2,000 per child. So if you got multiple kids, that's $2,000 per child. It is with the Trump tax cuts, when they expire in 2025, or the TCJA, which is the Tax Cuts and Job Act of whenever Trump did that. When that expires in 2025, that's going to reduce that by $400. So that's going to go back down to $1,600. Mm-hmm. That's $400 that we will lose per child that we have if we don't act now. That means that we got to call our legislators, especially in areas where we don't have legislators that are friendly to us, and make sure that they are voting to make sure that we keep our CTC. So it's something to campaign. Y'all see it coming out. Hopefully it gets everywhere. I want my CTC. So when it comes down to it, you say, I want my CTC. As a parent, I want my CTC. I don't want you to take any money from that when that comes out. So, but it's also imperative as parents that we're filing our taxes annually. Make sure that we have to do that because a lot of us still don't file our taxes because we're leaving money on the table. That's $2,000 per child.
How do we lobby to raise the threshold? Because I ain't get it this year.
Look, I want to do that next, but first thing we got to make sure it don't go down. Before we make sure it don't go down, we keep it at 2,000. Then we gonna say I need that to be more. But first thing we got to do is make sure they don't take it away. And they gonna play political football with this back and forth. But until our voices rise and we make sure that we let them know that it's something that we really want, that I don't think we will have a chance in that. So I think that we have to get together as communities and make sure that we understand what that is. We have to get together as a community and make sure that people are filing their taxes and they're making sure that they are filing their CTC.
Boy, that's a bar right there. You got to file your taxes, and I'll give you one more reason for those of us that
want my CTC
that are in business. You need to say I want my CTC, but you also need to know that the more money you have flowing through your business, the easier it's going to be, or that gives you a leg up on applying for business funding.
Grants.
So if you ain't got no bread flowing through your Shopify, if it's going through Cash App, you need to export that statement and you need to show that I got $100,000 flowing through here, or I got 65,000 coming through this particular paywall, and I got another 40 coming through from this other paywall. When you do that, and here's the other part of it. And you file taxes, but also participate in surveys. And identify yourself as a Black-owned business, or identify yourself, on those demographic surveys, so that the algorithm knows that, I am a Black man. I pay my mortgage and I pay my car note, and I would love for there to be other people like me, and I'm going to recommend you because I'm satisfied with your service. All them little surveys, right? Those types of things, that counts.
Yeah.
And if you owe taxes as a business owner and you file for your CTC, that means that you're going to offset those taxes by that. If you don't owe the IRS anything at the end of what you file your taxes, that means you get that back in a refund. So if I don't owe them nothing at all, that means if I got 4 kids, what's that? What's 4 times 2?
8,000.
That's $8,000 right there. That's in your pocket that you get if you don't owe the IRS anything. If you owe them $8,000, then you don't owe them anything at all. If you got kids, you win it.
As long as you don't make over like $88,000.
I think it's 400,000, or 120,000.
Does it matter the state that you live in?
No, it don't matter the state that you live in.
No, I'm talking about that limit that y'all just said.
Yeah, Cap.
The limit should change.
No, it's a limit. You have to look it up. It's a limit for single people. There's a limit for married people.
Okay.
Whatever it is.
I think those are like really important things that to highlight for small business owners as well as gig workers.
Yeah.
People who are, working in the gig economy, creator economy, like it's people making money on YouTube, Facebook, and all these social media platforms now. We know that that's literally the wave of the future as far as where the economy is going and headed, like to the point that the creator and gig economy has the potential to surpass in the next few years, like big industries like oil. So understanding that, it's probably good for us to understand how to handle the business side of it too. We shouldn't be afraid of it. But it is
also
scary sometimes to hear ours.
Not to cut you out, CJ, but if you're a W-2 employee and own a small business, that helps offset your W-2 income.
Yeah.
You talking to me?
Yeah.
Now, see, to circle back to the beginning when you were asking, where do we see this show? There are not many platforms that Black people can get this type of information. This information is well hid for a reason.
Yeah, facts, man.
From us. So that just lends more to the importance of you all, of the way you all use this platform, because majority of the black podcasts that do all the numbers, what they doing on their shows? Mess. Clickbait.
That boy said mess.
Talking, man. They be talking
the same
so
old recycled man versus woman topics.
Oh Lord, I
How
don't
much
need no
should
more
a
of that.
first date be?
Oh
What
Lord,
this last reality show did last week, and there's
popping
a lane.
balloons.
Just popping balloons. That's what I was about to say.
Yeah, there's a lane for everything. We can entertain as well as
Popping
educate.
balloons, Lord.
Look, man, I get it, but everybody ain't got the same old thing. So
yeah, man,
it just speaks to the importance of a platform like this. It shouldn't just be earn your leisure, great guys, but sometimes you need somebody speaking to you that you grew up with.
That's facts, man.
That because we don't know them, even though they're doing some great work. Sometimes they can speak over people's heads, though. Sometimes you just got to break it all the way down.
Yeah.
And
everybody don't think that Nas is the greatest rapper alive.
Say, oh, yeah, top 5 rappers. Like, how many times everybody got to do their top 5?
Dylon.
You're going to get, you need somebody that's going to break down the information that y'all just said. And y'all did that information on accident.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true.
You see what I mean?
Yeah, man. I think that's the beauty of being able to be in a space where you really truly are comfortable, where you feel safe to even discuss things when Silas brought up Arias. I know we joked about it and everything, but ultimately when we settled in, we got to the business, and you can see from the way that people are responding in the comments that it's exactly the type of things that people want to see. It's grown folks conversations happening on Nightcap Knowledge.
Yeah.
When people ask what's happening here. So
I just want to say also, shout out to the wood paneling. I'm seeing CJ and Jonas over there with y'all decorations.
You see it, man?
I'm loving the wood paneling. It's bringing me back.
You
You know what I'm saying? It's a nostalgic appeal that I'm seeing here. I'm loving that wood paneling.
The knotty
Is
pine.
that birch? Is that oak? I don't know what kind of wood is that right there.
Yeah, appreciate you notice. Shout out to the greatest graphic designer, Flex Graphics, man.
Got Dallas on lock.
Yeah, shoot, Dallas ain't the South.
The South.
The South.
You saw a flyer coming out,
Mr. International.
If you see a flyer, it's got that coin on it. Trust the coin is what he said. We'll pick that sponsorship radio check. Well, look, fellas, man. Well, look, I would say this has definitely been a great episode. This is how we level set. This is how we goal set. This is how we temperature check. How we get ready to move forward. How we look at the past. To know where we headed for the future, man. And I know that because of Mac, he doesn't necessarily embrace the technology all the time, but Mac was like, we got to do a podcast, bro. Say what? Excuse me? Did the technophobe say we finna embrace technology?
On the internet?
On the internet? Al Gore's internet? I was like, all right, let's go. And 200 episodes later, we are still here. And shout out to the funniest guest on Nightcap Knowledge, Keitha Stamps.
Hey, man, I gotta say something about the Keitha, right? You started talking about iron sharpened iron crew. So we did Revive Mississippi for 7 years on WMPR. He been there over 10 now, but for me, it was 7 years. We were the first people to do Facebook Live in the studio.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how the podcast really got connected. We were the first people. And everybody like, why y'all doing that? Why y'all on Facebook? What y'all doing that? Now everybody at WMPR has a Facebook page linked to their show that they do at 90.1. And so that's what my bad. I didn't say it correctly. WMPR, money per run. Ragman.
Is he still there?
He is still there. Here and I talking to you, baby. Wild man, they still there. They got a man. They got a rag man. They got a wild man. They got a handyman. I forgot who else is there, but yeah. Jesus. Big shout out to one of the 100,000 watt black owned.
Now that right there
in the state
is nostalgia.
Yeah.
Yes. So look, gentlemen, I think we can raise our glasses one more time to the 200th episode of Nightcap Knowledge. We're raising our glasses to longstanding institutions like Jackson State and Tougaloo. We're raising our glasses to historically black colleges, universities, historically black businesses, media institutions, and then all of the things that we will do in the future. Silas, you got your cup ready yet? Because I mean, I know you got a cup.
Is that a double styrofoam cup that you got there? I just wanted like I don't got to check in.
It's a single. It's a single.
Like, okay, just.
But
no judgment or nothing.
I ain't go that hard for $200.
That's a double cup, love. But cheers, everybody! If you're still there in the comments, man, put a wine glass, put a whiskey glass in the comments. Let us know you're still there. We appreciate y'all. Here's to 200 more episodes. Here's to the live broadcast, the on-site productions, where we will show up and show out and have a great time while building better communities. And we put some on your head before you go to bed. Here's the Nightcap Knowledge.
Cheers.
And with all that being said, y'all know we got to get to where the money reside.
Where the money reside.
God, 100, baby. Shout out to all of y'all. We appreciate y'all one more time. 200 episodes. 200 episodes, man. Mr. Mac George, we here. Also, shout out to our brother Cujo. The Hub City Step remix is available on all streaming platforms. And also, the Road to 60 Organizing Summit and Training, August 15th to the 17th, Jackson, Mississippi. We'll see y'all on the street, in the streets, on the yard. We appreciate y'all, man. Nightcap Knowledge, we out of here. 200, let's go. Peace.